Hello everybody, my name is Loren Colden. I'm a local author from St. Augustine Beach, Florida. My main genre that I like to write in is thriller and mystery suspense. I have several short stories that are in the works that I'm going to be working on in my next book. The book today that I'm going to be presenting to you is called One Black Shoe. It's actually my first fiction book that I've published. I've been writing since high school. I have a lot of stories in my head, and I've got more work that's going to be coming out, and possibly even a sequel to One Black Shoe. I've had a lot of really good reviews on it, but before I go into that presentation, I'd like to let you know that I also have another book that I've written. It was the first book I've written, and it's a nonfiction book called Reflecting on Domestic Violence, Understanding the Emotional Aftermath. It's written under my maiden name, not my pen name, which is Loren Colden, because the genre that I'm writing for with the One Black Shoe book, I needed to have a separation between this book. This book deals with the emotional aftermath that people experience from being a victim of domestic violence. I write a lot of poetry, and this book incorporates a lot of the poetry that I've written over the course of time that I was involved in a couple abusive relationships. So if you're interested in looking further into this book, I have a website called reflectingondomesticviolence.com that you can check out to learn more about the book and read a couple sample poems there. And if you're interested in purchasing it, you can reach me through lorencolden@gmail.com. So I'm going to put this book aside and just let you know the reason I wrote that book is a starter book is because I wanted to help people navigate their way out of those types of relationships. So getting back to One Black Shoe, how One Black Shoe came to my mind is I'm also a yoga instructor, and I was coming home from teaching a class in St. Augustine Beach and ended up seeing a shoe against the median at a red light. And I thought to myself, how many times do we see shoes on the side of the road and wonder, how did it get there? Where did it come from? Who did it belong to? So that's exactly why this story came into my mind. And when the light turned green, I was on my way home, and instead something nudged me, which is my inner muse, and said, you need to circle back around and take a picture of that shoe. So I did, and that's this cover here that you'll see with the shoe. Now that was the initial cover. The story is still the same, even though there's two different covers, but after 3.5 years of diligent work on it, my editor told me she wanted a different cover to capture like the more dark feel of the book. So that's when we came up with this one. So even though the book has two different covers, it's the same story. It's a very quick read. I've had readers tell me they've read it in 2 days. One woman that purchased it last year at the festival read it in 24 hours, which I was amazed at. That's really a great compliment. So if you're interested in purchasing this book, you can find it on Amazon.com. It's available on Kindle as well. And if you're interested in a personalized signed copy by me, then you can always reach me through lorencolden@gmail.com. I do have a book trailer associated with this book. So it's got a Facebook page, One Black Shoe. If you're interested in looking that up and watching the trailer, feel free to do so. There's also several reviews you can read from readers that have finished the book. There's also a lot of reviews on Amazon as well that people have written under the different covers or the Kindle version that they purchased. So this book basically talks about haunted people and haunted places. I actually grew up in a haunted house in Alexandria, Virginia, and this book starts in woods which surround that house. People have told me after reading my work that my writing style mimics Margaret Atwood as well as Sue Grafton. So if you're interested in those two authors, you might be interested in reading One Black Shoe. Also, if you like to watch Investigate Discovery channel, different series on that, then that's a good start for this book as well. Actually, there's a prop here that is in the book, and this is basically Vera Renzi. Now, Vera Renzi was the first notorious serial killer female that was out of Europe back in the 1930s, and so the book captures her because I ended up seeing her on a segment called Deadly Women on Investigate Discovery, and after learning about her, I knew I had to use her in the book. So the book captures a lot of real and truthful points, but it's also also fiction. So that's the two books that I'd like to present at the book festival this year, and I hope that the virtual book festival is a success for everyone involved, and I hope that if you purchase my book, you enjoy it. You can always email me your thoughts as you read through it at lorencolden@gmail.com, because I always like to hear what my readers are thinking about it, and I've had several people reach out to me during the course of reading it, and I always like to hear exactly what their feedback is. So anyway, thank you very much for your time and checking out my video, and I hope you check out One Black Shoe. Thank you very much and have a great day.